Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We are about to begin Seattle at Detroit, August 29. In our 1969 baseball replay, Barber and Lolich going for Seattle and Detroit respectively. They're both southpaws. I'll be back with the lineups in just a minute. Thank you for joining us. I see Rhodes Scholars here for the Pilots, Kathy Harden for the Tigers. It's a very good morning. And let me get some coffee and we'll go ahead. Greetings, everybody. Yeah. For Seattle, leading off, Tommy Harper at third, Hovley in right, Comer in center, Tommy Davis in left, Goosen at first, McNerney catching, Donaldson at second, Clark at short, and Barber, left-hander, the pitcher. He's 1-2. For the Tigers, Stanley in center, Tresh at short, Kaline at first, Horton in left, Northrup in right, Don Word at third, Price catching, Ike Brown at second, and Lolich also a left-hander. And the Tigers take the field. A relatively meaningless ball game. And we just slog right through it. You never know. These games can be exciting. Here's Harper to lead it off here. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 6-6, right-handed, struck him out. And that's one away, and we're underway. Greetings to everybody. Steve Hovley now. Hovley is a left-handed hitter, so this will be lefty-lefty. And the pitch from Lolich. 3-4 left-handed, grounds it to second for Ike Brown, throws the K line 2 away, and now Wayne Comer. That's a 5-6 right-handed, struck him out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts for Lolich after a half, Seattle nothing. And Detroit coming to bat. Here's Barber now. Hope you all enjoyed yesterday's ball game. It's pretty exciting. The Cardinals now within 4 games. Of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And we're looking to, we have Kathy Harden for the Tigers. Looking at our schedule, by the way. Our next game is a big one, Pittsburgh in Houston for a new series. And that's going to be a good game, an important game. Pirates now with a 4-game lead. As I said, Bob Veal for the Pirates. And it says Jim Bouton. I'll have to make sure that he's the man because I have him. I think we're going to have to switch him. Yeah, we'll switch Bouton to the, he gets traded at this point. I have him with all coincidence with Seattle, but he ended with Houston. So we'll pull this card and we'll look forward to adding him and having him start. Leading it off for the Tigers, Mickey Stanley. And that's a 5-8 right-handed, and that's going to be a base hit for Stanley right up the middle to start it off. Stanley is on. Here's Tresh. I have a feeling Lolich can maybe be perfect today, Kathy. Here's the pitch to Tresh, 1-6, and that's a base hit to right. Stanley goes to second, and he will hold at a 1-14. Here's K-line. 2 quick singles for the Tigers. K-line at the plate. The pitch from Barber. 2-9, and he pops it up to short for Clark, 1 away. Here's Willie Horton. What if I were to tell you that I derive little, if any, enjoyment out of online activities except for Strat-O-Matic? It's the only thing I enjoy. And I enjoy your company, and you know who you are. We don't need the largest community in the world. We don't even need a large community. Just people who care about enjoying ourselves. Willie Horton at the plate. Really, I'm fed up. The X-Twitter thing is, it's all a bunch of crock. Especially the negativity. Okay, here's Horton with 1 out, first and second. The pitch from Barber, 1-9 left-handed, and that's a base hit by Horton. That will score Stanley. Tresh goes to third and holds. It's a 1-0 ball game. So Barber having trouble already here in the first. And Jim Northrup is the batter. Really, I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with the, excuse me if I sound elitist, the ignorance, you know? And I'm not talking about that I expect people to be smart, but just the utter ignorance. The bullshit. Oh, excuse me. I woke up really early today, so early that it was yesterday, Kathy. I woke up at 10:30. And I stayed up for a while, went to bed, got up, went to bed, got up. I'm up now. Okay, Northrup first and third. The infield is back. It is frightening, Kathy. I hate to sound elitist or whatever. Here's the pitch to Northrup. 2-7 left-handed. Flies to center. This will be deep enough for Tresh. And he scores. So it's 2-0. He tags from third. It's 2-0. Horton holds. And here's Don Wirt with 2 outs now. Lord. That's 3-9. Whoa, it's hit deep by Wirt. Back to left field. Davis going back at the warning track. He makes the catch. And the side is retired, but there were 2 runs. I'll tell you, Barber really got tagged to that inning. 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 left. After 1, it's 2-0 Detroit here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I went on to YouTube. I saw a couple of really bad reviews about Max Strat-O-Matic, the new program that they're testing in beta form, which would cost $20 a month to subscribe. Give me a good reason not to try it. I could try it for a month at least. Well, here's Lolich. He retired the side in order in the first, and Tommy Davis leads it off. All right, Lolich into his windup. Pitch to Davis, 3-12, and he lines it to short, 1 out. He would have gotten hit by a right-hander. Now Greg Goosen. Okay, Lolich gets the sign. 2-8 left-handed, grounds it to third. Wirt makes the play, 2 outs. I mean, Lolich, I think, has a chance for a no-no today. Now McNerney with 2 outs and nobody on. That's 4-11, right-handed. There's a base hit. There goes the no-hitter. So McNerney is on with 2 outs, and Donaldson is the batter. One 5 left-handed, struck him out. Third strikeout for Lolich. The side is out. No runs. 1 hit. 1 left. 2-0 Tigers. Middle of the second. Here's Steve Barber now. I'd like to get back to that football game. Pittsburgh and Oakland tied at 14 at halftime. Week 1, 1972. Jim Price to lead it off for the Tigers. .48, struck him out. Now Ike Brown. .67, right-handed, and it's a base hit for Ike. That'll bring Lolich up with 1 out. Ike Brown on first. I'd love to play Strat-O-Matic all day, but I just don't have enough. I don't have the body for that much coffee or cannabis. I mean, there's just, and I feel it's very hard for me to play without a drug of choice. Here's Lolich now. Have drugs will roll. Here's Barber now. Adding the pitch to Lolich. Hitting away. That's 5-7, switch hitter batting right. He walked him. So it's first and second with 1 out. I have a 5 o'clock interview Eastern time with the great Larry Sabato, the political scientist. So much a body can take, absolutely. Watching these babies in incubators being moved in Gaza, it's sickening. First and second, 1 out. Here's Stanley. He singled and scored. 4-8, right-handed, struck him out. That's the second for Barber. I have a pack of these coming. It was due tomorrow, a pack of these pens, Kathy. I took your advice. You give good advice. You've never misled me. This thing is in Fort Lauderdale, but it's not, they say it's not due until tomorrow, but there's a chance it might ship today. Goddamn, it's in my own hometown. It's a, it's a 6-pack. The same thing, the G2, the Pilot G207 for the money. I think it's one of the best pens you can get. These are like $1.50 each when I buy them on Amazon. Such a good pen for the money. This one is almost through. And the other ones I have have very little. Here's the pitch to Tresh. That's going to be 6-3. Switch hitter batting right, flies to left X. That'll be for Davis a 4-9. F2. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is a 9. And he's out. And the side is retired. So it's no runs. 1 hit, a walk, and both left. After 2, it's 2-0. Detroit. Indeed, Rhodes Scholar, indeed. Here's Clark now. And the pitch, it's 1-9. And that is a base hit by Clark to lead it off. Here's Barber. D bunter, he'll hit away. .110, and it's a base hit right off of Barber's card. A 3WL. Clark goes to second. He'll hold. It's first and second. Nobody out. Market's up. That's good. Here's Harper now. 4-4, right-handed, flies to center X. That'll be Stanley, 1-6. F2. $11.14. And he makes the catch. Let's make sure on an F2 there's no advancing. A runner on second may tag. Let's take a look if we want Clark to tag. I don't know. 1 to 13 to go to third. No, thank you. Here's Steve Hovley now. .49 left-handed, hit deep by Hovley, but he's a W power, so it's not. It's a base hit, though. Clark scores, Barber to third. That makes it a 2-1 ball game. Three singles in this inning. It's first and third. Hovley a B being held, 1 to 11. Oh. First and third, one out. The pitch to Comer. 6-10, right-handed, flies to left and the runners hold. 2 outs, and here's Tommy Davis. 2-6. And it's a drive hit out into the gap. It's going to be a double for Davis. Barber scores to tie it up, and Hovley goes to third. How about that? A clutch double by Davis with first and third, and 4 hits this inning by the Pilots. The go-ahead run on third now. Second and third, 2 down. Greg Goosen. 5'8", right-handed, flies it to right field. And under it is Northrop, and the side is retired. But 2 runs on 4 hits and 2 left on. After 2.5, it's all tied up here. Here's Barber. He'll face K-Line now. .270, walked him. So K-Line is on. Here's Horton. The pitch from Barber. That's 1-4 left-handed, and that's a fly to right field for Hovley, 1 away. Next game is a big one. Pittsburgh at Houston. Pirates, a Pirate loss could put St. Louis within 3 1/2 games in the East. Pirates in a tailspin now. Here's Northrop. 4-6, and that is a double off the wall. This could score K-Line, but I'm not sure he's got the speed. K-Line rounding third. One to 13, 1 to 12. We'll let him hold with 1 out. I know that's conservative. Here's Don Wirt. Second and third, 1 out. Fly ball is what they're looking for. 4-9, it's hit deep by Wirt, and it is a fly ball that's deep enough to left field for Davis. He makes the catch, and K-Line scores. That makes it a 3-2 ball game. Northrop held at second, 2 outs. And the pitch to Price, 5-6, and it's a base hit to left. This might score Northrop. Northrop rounding third. 1 to 15, 1 to 17. Oh, 1 to 19, they let him score. Holding Price at first, 2 runs, 4-2 ball game for Ike Brown. .211 left-handed, fly to left again to Davis, and he makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But 2 runs for Detroit here in the bottom of the third. We've gone 3. It's a 4-2 ball game, and we'll take a little break here for just a couple minutes here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. So glad to see you all. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. It's 4-2 Detroit over Seattle after 3, first of a 3, August 29. In our 1969 replay. Oh. 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 God almighty. Okay, here's Lolich. McNerney will lead it off. That's 6-6, and he struck him out. That's number 4 for Mickey. Here's John Donaldson. Lolich into his windup. And the pitch. 6-2 left-handed. Grounds it to second for Ike Brown. 2 outs. And Ron Clark comes up. And that's 6-4 right-handed. Grounds it to third X. For Wirt to 217. G1. Four, 5, 8. $17. 8 throws him out, and the side is retired. A 1-2-3 for Mickey Lolich. We head to the bottom of the 4th here. It's going to be Barber, his 4th inning. There is action in the bullpen, by the way, for Seattle. It's Dooley Womack, and he pitched in this game in real world. Where the hell is he? I can't find him. I could have put him in the other team. God, I hate when that happens. Well, it looks like I got to look at who they played last and see if I inadvertently put him in that team. That happens sometimes. That's usually the answer. I am so sorry, folks. Let's see here. They could be in the Baltimore lineup. Let me look. Hold on. How much you want to make a bet he's in there? If he's not, we're in trouble. Oh, Lord, he's not here. That really is annoying. One more look here. Womack. God. Donahue. Let me make sure he's not with Detroit for some reason. Maybe when I was moving these cards around. No. Bear with us. Looking elsewhere. Oh, Christ. We have a missing person. Christ. Oh, Christ. Well, this guy's really missing, and I am so sorry. Gonna look one more time here. Boy, that really is something, how that can happen. Well, we'll have Skip Lockwood warming, and he is and we'll look for him at another time. And he would be a nameless player. Unless he went to Houston. I'm going to check Houston. Skip Lockwood, 23 innings, 3.52, so he's pretty average. Let me just check Houston. Yeah, no, it's not stuck to another card, best I can tell. But let me check Houston. This may be a switchover. Yeah, I think he's with Houston, that's right. Because, yeah, hold on. That's why. Yeah, here he is. Okay, I'll keep him with Houston. I wrongly... It doesn't matter. Let's not sweat the small stuff. We'll just use Skip Lockwood. I remember Skip Lockwood. I'm so sorry for the delay here. Here's Lolich to lead it off. I've been using him on Houston. 2-3, and he fouls out to the catcher, Jerry McNertney, 1 out. Here's Mickey Stanley. Stanley 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the first. Pitch from Barber. 1-5, grounds it to second for Donaldson, 2 outs. And here's Tresh. Let's see if Barber can retire the side. Kathy Harden for the Tigers. Tresh also 1 for 2, 1-9, and he grounds it to second for Donaldson again. And that is a 1-2-3. So pretty good job there by Barber in the fourth. It's 4-2 through 4. And he will come out to hit here in the top of the fifth. It's not a big deal. Womack's been with Houston. I could have used him with Seattle, but all this time, but that's okay. I've been using him with Houston. It's not a big difference. All right, Barber steps in. It's 4-2, top of the fifth. Here's Lolich now. Yeah, I've never lost a player. 3-12 pops it up to short for Tresh, 1 out. Here's Harper 0 for 2. Four 7 right-handed struck him out. That's the fifth for Lolich. 2 away. And Steve Hovley. That's 4-9, left-handed, hit deep by Hovley. But he's a W against left-handers, so it'll be a deep single. His second single of the ball game. Hovley a B, 1-10, 1-11. It's Hovley on first, 2 outs. Here's Comer. 3-6, left-handed, hit well by Comer. But that's a 9. It's going to be a double. That's a 9, folks, not a 6. It's a double to center. Hovley rounding third. Let's see if he'll come home. 1-14, 1-16. 1-14 with Stanley. You bet he's coming home with 2 outs. Here's the throw from Stanley. And he's out. Oh, boy, that's smarts. Stanley throws Hovley out at the plate. And the side is retired. No runs, 2 hits. And 1 left. And we're in the middle of the fifth. It's 4-2. Here's Barber now. This is his first endurance. The fifth. It's early. Skip Lockwood warming. And the pitch. 1-6. And he flies it to left, 1 out. For Willie Horton. That was a very nice play by A beautiful throw by Stanley. Horton 1 for 2. Six, and that's a base hit for Horton, his second of the game. It's Horton on first, one down. Here's Northrup. And that's 6-4. Left-handed, flies to center X. That'll be Comer, a 4-8. That's a D2. It's going to look like it's going to be a double. D2 out in Comer. He's an 8. E8, 6. And it is a double, a D2. Runners advance 2. Northrup's second double of the ball game, second and third, one out. And one more hitter walk, and he's being pulled for Lockwood. Here's Don Wirt now. And that's 2-7. Right-handed, walked him. Bases loaded. And Schultz comes out, pulling Barber here in the 5th. Barber went 4 1/3. He's the loser of record. He's allowed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. He walked 2, 3, struck out 2, and has allowed 4 thus far, responsible for bases loaded. Rick, how are you? Great to see you. Bases loaded, 1 out. It's going to be Skip Lockwood. I remember him on the Brewers, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go pull out. Let's find out if he throws and hits right or left. Woo. Lockwood is a right. And he's still alive. This was his first year on Seattle, 0-1, pitched in 6 games, had a 23 innings and a 3.52 ERA. Let's pull a nameless player out. This would be perfect. This is it right here with his 3-point-something ERA average. So Skip Lockwood taking his warm-ups, right-hander. I doubt he's going to hit unless he really pitches great. Bases loaded, 1 out. Lockwood is in, and here's Jim Price. Infield is back for a double play to end the inning. Here's Lockwood. 1-9, and it's hit well. And it's a grand slam by Jim Price. How do you like that first pitch? Let's look at it again. Oh, 1-9, yeah. Against the right-hander, home run 1-8, and it's an 8. It's a grand slam home run. Three of the runs go to Barber, so he'll get charged with 7. There's 4 this inning. It's 8-2. And for Price, let's see what kind of home runs he's had. That is his 4th of the year. First pitch from Lockwood. In fact, first pitch in Major League history. Here's Ike Brown. It's 1 out, nobody on. That's the good news. 6-7, 6-8. And he flies it to right, 2 away. And here's Lolich. The way Schultz is, he might want to keep Lockwood in for a bit in a one-sided game, see how he fares. Pitch to Lolich, 5-6, switch hitter, batting left, struck him out. So, 4 runs on 3 hits, a walk, a grand slam home run by Price. Oh, yeah. It's 8-2. Here's Tommy Davis. Now the Pilots down by 6. Okay, Davis leading it off. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 4-7, and he struck him out, number 6. Now Greg Goosen. Four, 7, right-handed, struck him out again. 7. And McNerney, the batter. One, 7, struck him out. So Lolich strikes out the side, and he's got 8. How do you like that? It's 8-2, Tigers, bottom of the 6th. Here's Mickey Stanley now. I'll tell you, when I was a kid and I played Strat-O-Matic, you used to get 20 players on a team. You could buy the extra players, which would give you 24. But I always felt like I didn't really have a full roster, and that made it seem unrealistic. So, and I didn't have access to the lineups of every game. I didn't get nameless players. I had them, but I really didn't utilize it. Today you get about 26, 27 players a team. You have access to the rosters. That gives you also nameless players to use, folks who are not on the roster. And I feel like it's much more realistic today, which is very important to me. Bottom of the sixth, 8-2 Detroit. Top of the order, here's Lockwood now. The windup and the pitch. 6-6. That's hit well. Oh my, into the gap and hits the top of the fence. Almost cleared it. And Stanley comes in with a double to lead it off. Now here's Tom Trush. 1 for 3. Okay, Lockwood. And the pitch, 3-7, pops him up to first. 1 away for Mr. Tiger. Al Kaline. 5-8, right-handed, grounds to short X. That'll be Clark, a 426. That's going to go through. It's an S1. Clark at 26. That's short. That's 6, 9, 10. No, it's going to be a base hit, and I think Stanley's going to go to third. Let me make sure. Yes. So a single by Kaline, and Stanley goes to third. First and third, 1 out. Here's Willie Horton. 2 for 3, 2 singles. He scored on the grand slam last inning. Lockwood, we'll give him an endurance of 2. So 1 more hit or walk. We always play it safe that way, you know, on a reliever. First and third, 1 out, 1 more hit or walk. He's fatigued. Oh, Bob Cole is saying I have a misreading. Let's check it out. We're going to do a replay here. That's what we have. We have we're in a replay review here. This is a replay now. No, it's going to be a base hit, and I think Stanley's going to go to third. Let me make sure. Yes. So a single by Karl. Hold on. That's going to go through. 6-6 double should have been read on the pitcher's card. 26. Let's check it out at the top of the inning. That's what we do. We don't have no errors here, folks. We have low errors. And when we get our errors pointed out, so, and I didn't have access. We make note of them immediately. Here we go now. You remember that, Rick? 8 pitchers. It's going to be Stanley leading off here. We're on replay review. 27 players a team. Replay review. You have access to the rosters. That gives you. It's a lot easier than football reviews. To use folks who are not on the roster, and I feel like it's much more realistic today, which is very important to me. Bottom of the sixth, 8-2 Detroit. Top of the order, here's Lockwood now. The windup and That's a 6-6 for Stanley, a right-hander. And I read it over here. He was right. So upon review, it's going to be a fly ball to left. And we thank you, sir, for pointing it out. We appreciate you pointing out every error as long as you're not a dickhead about it. I'm not saying you are, you know. So it'll be 2 outs with K-line on first. Some people, all they want to do is come on here and find the errors. Hold on. Let's let this dry here. Okay. That's the marvel of today. Can you imagine that? If we didn't have this when we were young. Whoops. So we're back live now. It's 2 outs. That's a good correction there. Thank you very much, Bob. You get a gold star and a purple jelly bean for that. 2 outs and K-line on first. Here's Horton now. 6'9", right-handed, and he flies it to center. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. We've gone 6, and it is a 8-2 ball game. And we're gonna do the top of the 7th and then take our stretch. Here's Lolich. You get a gold star and a purple jelly bean, Bob, because we're serious about that. We want to have our errors pointed out, and then we want to quickly correct them. We want to acknowledge and correct. That's how you get better. That's how you improve. That's how you do the right thing. And errors are a part of the game. Here's Lolich now facing Donaldson, top of the 7th. And the pitch, it's 2-11, and he walked him. No, some people are dicks about it, though, and that's all they do. They come on here, and they're looking for every little thing here. And that's all they contribute. Donaldson on first with no outs. Here's Clark. That's 2-9. And there is a struck him out. Number 9 for Lolich. Now Steve Barber. Lockwood. Lockwood will hit. I know that's strange to some of you, but, you know, oh, I'll bring in a hitter, whatever. It only seems right. And we'll have to go with someone else to pitch. We'll bring Bob Meyer in, a left-hander. Pagliarone pinch hit in real world. We'll use him here. So here's Pagliarone, and Meyer will be the pitcher. He's a left-hander. So here's Pagliarone with 1 out and Donaldson on first. Lolich from the stretch. 1-4, and he flies it to right field for the second out. And here's Tommy Harper, top of the order. .312, it's a grounder to first. And K-Line takes it to the bag, so the side is retired, no runs. No hits, a walk, and 1 left. And it's the 7th inning stretch. We'll take about a 5-minute break. It's 8-2 Detroit. Lockwood pitched 1 2/3. 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 run. And Bob Meyer will be the new pitcher. And we'll be back. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. You want me to bring somebody in for him, Kathy? Just to give him a break? He says he feels fine, though. I could bring Hiller in if you like. Or somebody. I'm going to use the lavatory. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, folks. It's 8-2 Tigers. Let them pitch. We will. We will, Kathy. We're back. New pitcher Bob Meyer. Bottom of the seventh. Northrop 2 for 2. A sacrifice. Oh boy. Sacrifice run batted in. Doubled and scored twice. Okay, here's Meyer. That's 1-6 left-handed. And that's a drive hit out into the gap for extra bases. Northrop rounding second, going into third with a triple. He had 5 on the year. A leadoff triple by Northrup off Meyer. Here's Wirt, 0 for 1, sacrifice fly, and he walked and scored on the grand slam. That's 410 right-handed, fly center X. 4-8 Comer. Comer, that's 16-4. It's an F2. It could be a sacrifice. Comer an 8 out there. That's 9-10. 8, 10, no. It's going to be an F2. Fly out, a runner on third scores on a sacrifice. So there's another run. 3 runs today for Jim Northrup. And the second run batted in for Don Wirt. It's a 9-2 game. It's afternoon. I could take a hit, couldn't I? Here's Price, who hit the grand slam. He gets a hand from the hometown crowd. All right, Meyer is ready. Here's the pitch to Price. That's 5-10, right-handed, flies to right field for the second out for Ike Brown. Ike Brown 1 for 3. What's that, cat? Oh yeah, why the hell not? You gonna join me? Here's Ike. That's 4-4, right-handed, catcher X. McNertney at 2-5. That's 6-11, 14. 5-14. P. And it's a pop out to McNertney to retire the side. But 1 run. And that makes it a 9-2 ball game. You gonna join me or what? Top of the 8th here, Lolich. Maybe I better not. You know? Oh, you are gonna join me. Okay. Then I'm gonna, I'll do it. Absolutely. Consider it good luck. Just a small one, though. Micro time. Okay, I like it. I like it. As Lolich heads out to pitch the top of the 8th. It's a real micro there. 9-2 Tigers. Oh. Oh, that was tasty. Oh. Ah, it's so tasty. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Oh, market's up. I'm at a new high. A Motown mauling by the Tigers. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like that. You're good with language. You would have been a good headline writer. Here's Steve Hovley. 2 for 3 today. Lolich cruising along, 2 runs in 7 innings. He's allowed 7 hits, walked a batter, struck out 9 already, including the side in the 6th. That was a nice, tasty little hit there, Kathy. Here's the pitch to Hovley, 1-6, and it's a base hit by Hovley. Lolich's endurance inning is this inning. Now here's Wayne Comer. Wayne 1 for 3, recently passed away, maybe a couple months ago, give or take, of course. Okay, from the stretch, Lolich. That's 5-6, right-handed. Struck him out. Number 10 for Mickey. And he's a decent strikeout pitcher, but actually, he's better than I thought, my Christ. I don't think he was always this good. Almost won an inning. Wow. 271 and 281. Wow. Here's Tommy Davis now. Five, 6. Right-handed, struck him out. Oh, number 11. Yes, if he strikes out everyone, he'll tie Andy Messersmith for 15 for the high in one game. But that's pretty unlikely. Here's Greg Goosen now with Hovley on first, 2 down. It's a Motown mauling here by the Detroit Tigers. I'd like to maybe post this on my X account with that headline. I'll give you a hat tip unless you don't want the attention. No one's going to give a shit, okay? If it's not controversial, I'll give you the hat tip on that headline. H/T, it's a thing that's done on X. Tigers romp, I'll do it my own way though. Tigers romp Pilots 9-2 in Motown mauling. Okay, I'll give you the hat tip with your account. Here's Goosen now. Lolich from the stretch. And that 6'5" right-handed struck him out. Number 12, and he struck out the side for a second time this game. Lolich really mauling. I think mauling can be done in multiple ways. And Lolich gets a big hand from the hometown crowd as he leads it off in the bottom of the 8th. Mickey, Tigers roar, Pilots don't soar. How about Tigers mash, Pilots crash? I'm not as good as you. That's 1-4, and he struck him out. That's a different picture, though. Oh. Tigers lash. Pilots crash. Here's Stanley now. It's the fans are a little giddy here. It's a disappointment. The Tigers are about 20 games behind their pace from, give or take, from their championship season last year. Maybe it's a good thing, you know, the Tigers won it all. And what did their fans do? They had a riot in the streets of Detroit. This was in the middle of the tumultuous 68 year. MLK, RFK were assassinated. There were riots all over the country. We were mired in Vietnam in an escalated conflict by Johnson. Here's Stanley now, 1 for 4. And that's 1-3 left-handed. He pops it up to short. Stanley is retired. And here's Tresh. .47, right-handed, walked him. Tresh on first, 2 down. Here's K-line. .36, left-handed, hit deep by Al. Into the gap, dropping for a double. Why don't we send Tresh home for an even 10, regardless of how fast it is? 3-6 left-handed, double to center. 1-14, 2 outs, 1-16 for Tresh. 1 to 16, Comer, -1, 1 to 15. Comer's going to throw. Here comes Trash. And he's safe. K-Line goes to third on the throw. And that makes it 10 to 2. A nice round number. How about Tigers Bash? Pilots Crash. I'm pushing it a little. All right, here's Horton now. Horton 2 for 4. Lots of hitting today. And the pitch, 2-10. And it's a chopper to second for Donaldson, and the side is retired. But another run. And after 8, it's 10-0, 10-2, I'm sorry. And Lolich going for a complete game victory. He has 12 strikeouts. Really a great Lolich performance. And Jerry McNertney will lead it off. Here's Lolich now. The pitch to McNertney. That'll be a 2-10 left-handed hit deep by Jerry. Oh my. Deep to left center. It's gone. First pitch. And it's a home run by McNertney. He had 8 in real world. In our replay, I think he's pretty close to that. It's number 6. So it's 10-3. And here's John Donaldson. Everybody is a star, yeah. That's going to bring up Donaldson here. He's taking his sweet-ass time coming up to the plate. Okay, here he comes. Okay, Donaldson steps in now, facing Lolich. It's no outs here. And it's a 10-3 ball game. Okay, Lolich into his windup. And the pitch to Donaldson. That's 110 left-handed. Grounds it to second for Ike Brown, and he throws it over to K-line, and that's one away. We've enjoyed having you this morning and this afternoon for this ball game here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We'd love you to like and subscribe and participate in our live text. We have a ball game in the National Football League. Tigers earn their stripes, Pilots have some gripes. You know, I need to remember this one because I could write it down, but I'm just not in the mood right now. But looking back on your text here, Motown Mauling. Tigers clawing in a Motown mauling. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I like mauling. I just like the sound, the feel of it. Here's Ron Clark. Lolich into his windup and the pitch to Clark. That's going to be 5-5 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 13 for Mickey in this mauling today. The mauling going on both sides. At the plate, and Mickey clawing and mauling with this Motown team. And there's going to be a hitter here for Bob Meyer. He pitched two hits, a walk, a strikeout, and a run. 2 runs. Richard Rollins, the former Twin, will come in to pinch hit. Mickey with 13 strikeouts. 2 outs, nobody on. It's a 10-3 game. Mickey into his windup. The pitch to Rollins. 6-7, walked him. So 1 more, and he is fatigued, and we don't want to see that. He says he's fine. When he was talking to Mayo Smith in the dugout last inning. Here's Harper now. Ooh, 2 outs. Rollins on first, and the pitch to Harper. 0 for 4 today. That's going to be 6-7. He walked him again. And Mayo Smith is coming out to the bullpen to have a word. They just don't want him to be messing around out there if he's tired. Let me see here, Kelly. Any games on Wednesday? Well, I don't know what time you're planning to go, but I'm looking here. Wednesday is the 22nd. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to do one maybe in the morning if I'm up to it, but not in the afternoon, or at least not at 1 o'clock. I have an interview with Bijan Bain on the actual 60th anniversary of the date of the JFK assassination. I might do one later in the afternoon that day, so it's really hard to say, sir. One thing I would suggest you do is don't come to one of these games live. If I do a game tomorrow or something, and look for the football. I don't know if you like the football. Don't listen to it, and just listen to it for the first time on demand, because they're all archived. I wish you a safe travels to North Carolina, and say hello to the wife for me, will you? Mayo Smith is staying with Lolich, Kathy Harden, in fatigue. That means anything with a dot is a single. And Lolich is on the mound, facing Hovley with 2 outs from the stretch. The pitch from Lolich. 1-8, hit deep by Hovley. Oh my, and that's in the gap. I'm sorry. Rollins scores. Harper goes to third, and it's a 10-4 board game, and that's it for Lolich. There'll be a break in the action here for a couple minutes as Lolich is replaced with John Hiller, not eligible for the save. We'll be back very shortly. John Hiller is now on the mound. He's going to take his warm-ups. He'll be ready in about 2 minutes. It's first and third. 2 in this inning. It's now a 10-4 ball game. 2 outs, and Wayne Comer will be coming to bat. So I'll be back. This might be a good time for you to powder your nose. Have a great Thanksgiving there, Kelly. Drive safely now. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes, we hope, for the conclusion of this ball game. This one's lasting a long time. It's nice to have your supplies all set. John Hiller has come in. Lolich just ran out of elephant juice there in the 9th. And it'll be Wayne Comer. Okay, Hiller has finished his warm-ups. And that's a strike call to Comer. That's low for a ball. Count is 1-1 here on Comer with 2 outs, top of the 9th. Pilots getting mashed. They're about to crash. The Motown Maulers, also known as the Detroit Tigers, and that's a swinging strike by Comer. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Ron McGrath has arrived. It's a great freaking game, Ron. Kathy and I each took an afternoon whiff. Motown mauling. Pilots crashing. Comer, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's Hiller from the stretch. 5-9, right-handed, grounds it to short X. That'll be Tresh, a 322. Whoa, 322, whoa. That's an S2. $22.15. Yes, it's an S2E1. He may go to third on that. No, he goes to second, a single and an error. It's a boner by Tresh. First error of the ball game. Harper scores. It's earned. Pretty much earned. He was on third, would have went home anyway. That'll be charged to Mickey, who ends up allowing 5 runs in this game in less than 9 innings, 8 2/3. 8-5 now. And if Tommy can hit one out, he'll pull the Pilots within 2. It's a long shot. All right, Hiller now. The pitch to Davis. That's 2-7, and he grounds it to short, and the ball game is over. That time, Tresh did it. And the final score, 3 runs for the Pilots here in the top of the 9th. The final, 10-5. Lolich with the win, his 14th. Barber with the loss. Tigers 10 runs, 12 hits, no error, 1 error. Pilots 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. There's the ball game for you. Turning to our 1972 replay, just for your point of information, they had their claws out today, no doubt about it. Just as a point of information here for you all, we're doing a replay of the 1972 season. And this was week 1. And we've played the first half. I'm actually looking forward to getting back to this ball game. These football games are marathons. They're thick. They're very labor intensive. It's a 14-14 ball game, Oakland and Pittsburgh. Do you remember, Kathy, that block punt was by Pittsburgh? In other words, Oakland was punting deep inside their own territory in the second quarter, and Pittsburgh blocked their punt, I believe. Do you remember that? Tigers had their claws out today. But I'm looking forward to getting back to this game. If I have nothing going on tonight, I don't think I'll be up to it. I'm very tired. And, I'm just really tired. I kind of tired, depressed, but not severely, anxious, and I'm all of that shit. I mean, I'm really, but I do have an interview at 5 o'clock with, and maybe I'm a little nervous about that, and life, but I enjoyed this. You all had to stay. Oh, it was. Okay, thank you. And Oakland received in the first half. Yeah, Pittsburgh blocked it. Good memory. That's what I thought. I wasn't perfectly clear, but I think that's what by Pittsburgh means. So that is what I will denote that. That was a block punt. And then there was an interception return by Oakland in the second quarter, 66-yard return. And these are two really good clubs. Both have good defenses, and even Pittsburgh is superb. Steel curtain, as Kathy reminded me, and I like both these clubs. I'm going to tell you something I thought of last night. Kenny Stabler came in real world in this game. He split the game with LaMonica and Blanda. It's very weird. But I brought Stabler in for LaMonica, and I will do that throughout the season if I see a problem. And he's in danger of taking the job away from the veteran Daryl LaMonica. You all take care. Have a great evening. And if you're interested, folks, on the JFK assassination, I'm going to be interviewing about the legacy, the impact, how we think about it today, what it was like then, and those sorts of things. Have a nice afternoon. We'll see you at 5, Kathy. Take care. This has been a production of the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network with Jeffrey Guterman.